Chicago Sky moved both of their home games against Indiana Fever this year to the United Center. Now, the United Center is the largest stadium in the NBA with almost 21,000 seats, which is more than double where the Sky normally play at Winchester.
Angel Reese's fans were pumped, but reality hit fast. Caitlin Clark's debut NBA game against Reese's Chicago Sky sold out in just 1 minute, faster than a fast break. Was all the trash talk just for the spotlight? Did Reese's fans miss their shot, or is this rivalry about to turn into the ultimate revenge game? Get ready, because things are heating up, and it's shaping up to be a showdown full of drama. Think courtside with a referee wearing a microphone.
But this game being in the United Center, if you guys did not see, tickets sold out. And tickets sold out in 5 minutes. They sold out in 5 minutes. United Center sold out in a minute. Sorry, not in a minute, 5 minutes. A minute. It was a fight even trying to get tickets. Seats kept disappearing. They started at $200. Back in 2007, you get season tickets for that price. You can go and get season tickets probably a year ago for that price in some teams.
The Chicago Sky, a professional basketball team, is apparently clearing out their entire home court to make room for a crowd of Indiana Fever fans. It's hard to call it a home court advantage when you're practically giving it up to the rival supporters. But according to Angel Reese's diehard fans, this whole thing is somehow all thanks to her. You'd think she personally designed the arena, picked out the seats, and set up the hoops herself, given how much credit they're giving her for the whole situation. What a spectacle.
Just 60 seconds. 1 minute. The time it takes to tie a shoelace, pour a cup of coffee, or check a text. That's all the time the Chicago Sky needed to sell out 20,000 tickets for their highly anticipated matchup against the Indiana Fever. And let's not kid ourselves. The reason is as clear as day. Caitlin Clark, from Iowa to Indiana and now to the biggest basketball cities across the country. The Caitlin Clark effect is more than just a catchy phrase. It's a...
With the inevitable flood of Fever fans coming, the Sky didn't waste any time. Within just 60 seconds, every ticket was gone. Scalpers must be having a field day. Meanwhile, Chicago fans will be scattered among the sea of Fever jerseys, struggling to find their place. They'll be surrounded by rival supporters, probably trying to remember what their own team's logo even looks like in all the chaos. It's going to be quite the sight.
Basically, the Sky Fever tickets went on sale at 11 a.m. today for the United Center. This is the game that was changed into the 23,000 people arena, which I think is only 21,500 for games and 23,000 for concerts. But it sold out like that. However,
let's be real, there's only one reason behind all this buzz, and it's not Angel Reese. The true game changer in women's basketball right now is Caitlin Clark, the rookie with a golden touch. But somehow, the focus always shifts back to the Angel Reese effect, as if she's the one filling up the stadium. In reality, fans are hitting refresh on the ticket site like it's a sneaker drop, just hoping to see Caitlin in action. The spotlight may be off, but Clark is the one bringing in the crowd.
5 games against Chicago. That's a huge thing. This league has decided, hey, we know what we have here in this matchup. We know people will watch. And quite frankly, I'm ready to see the Indian Fever walk the dog some more with the Chicago.
Don't just take my word for it. Wait until opening day, when the Real show begins. The Chicago Sky players are in for a surprise as they'll get a taste of what it's like to play an away game in their own city. The stadium will be packed with Fever fans, and they didn't come to cheer for the home team, they're there for one reason only. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's fans will be scrambling to explain her presence in the middle of all the Fever support. They'll probably say she's somehow inspiring the Fever fans or even claim she secretly owns the stadium. Who knows? The mental gymnastics to spin this in her favor are going to be nothing short of Olympic level.
Now, people do not realize, there are some Chicago Sky fans. There really are. But as you guys can tell, not every Chicago Sky game will sell out this year, even in their 10,000 seater stadium. Most won't sell out. And the Fever are going to sell out every single game immediately in Cambridge, which is even bigger.
Let's not forget about the actual Sky players in all of this. Imagine putting in all that work during the preseason, preparing for a strong home opener, only to realize you're going to have barely any support in your own arena. The PA announcer might as well introduce them as the visitors before tip-off. It's going to be a tough night for them, and an even tougher season if this is any sign of what's to come. But hey, let's keep pretending this is all about Angel Reese and ignore the real reason fans are emptying their wallets so fast. When the stadium is 80% Fever fans on opening night, the justifications will be just as entertaining as the game itself. The Caitlin Clark effect isn't just a buzzword, it's a full-blown economic boom. Tickets are vanishing in minutes, arenas are finding extra seats, and team owners who once shrugged off the hype are now rolling out the red carpet. And this isn't just about the Chicago Sky cashing in. Even the Atlanta Dream, the same team whose owner wasn't exactly a fan of Fever fans, has now seen the power of supply and demand. This is a whole new era in women's basketball, all driven by Caitlin Clark's undeniable impact on the game.
What a tangled web we weave when we choose to deceive. And what I am talking about is the Atlanta Dream. Now, if that WNBA team seems to ring a bell, big ding ding bell right in your ear hole, it's because of the drama that happened last season. Came out and said, nah, Caitlin Clark effect. Caitlin Clark fans, nah. Remember, everybody remember that shade she decided to throw at the fans, that disrespect? Anybody forget that? Well, my goodness. There we are right there. Atlanta Dream under fire after co-owners Caitlin Clark fan comments and Sky disrespect. And it was about, here we go. That ain't a representation of us, said about Clark fans. Y'all not like us. They not like.
At first, the Dream were happy playing in their cozy little arena, enjoying the sense of exclusivity like a members-only club for those who still thought Caitlin Clark's success was just a media creation. But when the Fever came to town, and ticket demand shot up like a Beyoncé World Tour pre-sale, they got a harsh reality check. That's when the Dream had a lightbulb moment. Wait, there's a lot of money to be made here. In no time, a team that once looked down on the Fever and their fans upgraded to a bigger stadium, faster than a bandwagon fan switches jerseys. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky, who might as well rebrand as the Caitlin Clark Stock Exchange, are riding the wave and cashing in. They're selling out faster than a celebrity's apology after a PR disaster. And let's be real, they need this surge. When your whole brand is built on the slogan, "We're not Indiana, but please watch us play Indiana," you take every opportunity that comes your way. Women's basketball is changing, and teams are finally realizing the huge economic potential of star power, led by none other than Caitlin Clark.
There's no doubt that this game is going to sell out. It is like the hot ticket of the season. And incidentally, it is going to break the record for the biggest crowd of a WNBA.
Then there's the ongoing subplot of a certain someone who just can't stand that the spotlight isn't entirely on her. Every time Caitlin Clark grabs the headlines, someone suddenly has a lot to say about feeling overlooked, disrespected, or undervalued, even though she's getting more media attention than any other second-round draft pick in recent memory. It's honestly fascinating. You'd think a player so eager to prove herself would focus on winning games, not keeping track of every perceived slight. The real irony is that while teams around the league are bending over backward, rearranging seats, at least, to ride the Caitlin Clark wave, some are still pretending it's not happening. The mental gymnastics it takes to ignore this massive economic shift in women's basketball could qualify for the Olympics. But, hey, why let inconvenient facts spoil the narrative? At this point, denying the Caitlin Clark effect is like arguing the sky isn't blue while standing outside on a clear day. It's happening, whether people want to admit it or not. The soaring ticket sales, booming TV ratings, and surge in jersey purchases are all clear proof. Meanwhile, while some players throw shade at Clark's success and make snarky comments, their own teams are quietly thanking her for all the extra revenue she's bringing to the league.
Before Caitlin Clark went to the WNBA, the average attendance was 6,109. And then during her rookie year, the average attendance was 15,746, which is a 157.7% increase. We have talked about the Caitlin Clark effect many times on this channel, but I thought that this graphic alone, when you talk about the impact that she has had on the league and specifically the Indiana.
The idea that the WNBA doesn't want Indiana Fever fans? That's cute, until it's time to move games to bigger arenas because, surprise, more people want to watch Caitlin Clark than whatever else was on the schedule. The hypocrisy is unreal. One minute, it's Caitlin Clark's fans are ruining the WNBA experience, and the next, it's, wait, why is she the only one filling seats? Somebody please explain this. Meanwhile, in Chicago, Angel Reese seems to be playing in what can only be called a witness protection program. Unrivaled in what, exactly? Empty seats and ticket giveaways? The ability to fly under the radar? It's almost like fans aren't interested in triple singles or off-court theatrics when they could be watching top-tier basketball. The spotlight is shifting, and it's clear where the excitement is.
I can't believe that's real, folks. I can't believe this shit's real. From a professional player
But sure, let's keep pretending this is just some media conspiracy and not the reality that Caitlin Clark is doing things we've never seen before, while Angel Reese is just going through the motions. If the league really didn't want Fever fans, they wouldn't be bending over backwards to capitalize on Clark mania, rescheduling games, moving them to NBA arenas, and watching ticket prices skyrocket, all because one player has made the sport relevant again. Meanwhile, Reese's supporters seem to be working harder on her PR than she does on defense, trying to convince everyone that we should care about her. Let's look at the numbers. Oh wait, never mind, that would be unfair. When Caitlin plays, the arena is packed. When Angel takes the court, it's more like a tranquil meditation session in an empty stadium. But hey, it's not her fault, right? It's those supposedly biased WNBA fans, the same ones who supposedly only love Caitlin Clark because of some grand conspiracy, not because she actually plays exceptionally well. Yeah, that logic totally adds up.
I shouldn't be surprised, and yet I'm still surprised because Indiana Fever preseason, not even like preseason, exhibition game with Indiana Fever are going to play the Brazilian national team at Cover Hawkeye Arena, Caitlin's college facility, sold out. They went on sale this morning at 9 a.m. for Fever season ticket holders, Iowa donors, and Iowa season ticket holders for women's basketball. And then general admission was supposed to go on sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm hearing rumblings of like maybe scalpers got in, like the secondary market is already.
At this point, Angel Reese's games might need to start offering door prizes just to get a crowd, maybe a free sandwich, a gas card, or a desperate, please, for the love of God, show up, discount. Something's got to give because this routine of blaming everyone else for low attendance isn't exactly drawing in the fans. But don't worry, I'm sure things will turn around any day now. People will suddenly develop a love for inefficient basketball, unnecessary drama, and post-game speeches about the struggles of being a superstar in a league that barely acknowledges your existence. In the meantime, the WNBA keeps pretending it doesn't want Fever fans, while Caitlin Clark's games are becoming the hottest ticket in town. The league may be hypocritical, but at least it understands where the money is. As for Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed queen of the court, she somehow manages to miss layups like it's a special talent. At this point, it's an art form. You'd think with all the talk, bravado, and chest thumping, she'd be out there dominating. Instead, she's bricking shots like she's trying to build affordable housing. And still, there's a growing army of truth deniers out there claiming she's improved this season. Improved at what, exactly? Social media engagement?
She was on TV. 89,000. The worst rated game they've had.